me share with you about a situation that I was going through. Gas off, cell phone, no service, cars down and in my pocket, no money found. My little girl had holes in her shoes, saying, Daddy, do you want me to wear these to school? Didn't know how I was gonna come out, but I held on to my faith and faith erased her down. In a time of uncertainty, and you don't want to face your reality, I know not a good place to be, but hold on, family, and listen to me. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. The victory, yes, victory is me. 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 What I'm saying.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Please have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning. I'm Miss Michelle from Good Ground Investments. Very nice to meet you.
Yes, the pleasure's all mine. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Coffee?
Yes, please. Thank you. Very good.
I really appreciate you coming down. Just to tell you a little bit about the restaurant. It's been around since 1983. This is actually my grandfather's restaurant.
Oh.
My father passed it on to me. As you can see, there's celebrities that's been here before.
Good morning.
So, hang on one second. Just have a small issue to do.
Okay.
Gotta go, buddy.
Why? I have money. I just want.
I don't have time for this. You gotta go.
I just want to get something to eat. I have money. Wait, no, I have.
Get the hell out. I apologize to keep you waiting. Would you like some fresh coffee?
No, I've had quite enough. Thank you.
Can you believe the nerve of some people?
I'm gonna take my lunch if that's okay.
Yeah, whatever. My restaurant is the best thing this area's got going for it.
I see.
And I can guarantee you that I'm gonna keep those people out of here. Anyway, as you can see, your investment do quite well here.
You know, I'd like to share a story with you. Okay. Oh, let's pass. Okay, that. Oh, my lunch. Ooh. Okay. Gotta go.
Okay, girl, I'm going to lunch. And you be careful over there in that park.
I
already know what you're gonna say. It doesn't bother me. But just be careful, okay?
Okay, Susie.
I don't understand how you can eat lunch every day in that park. With all those homeless people.
Susie, you wouldn't happen to have a couple of dollars that I could borrow just till payday? I ran out of the house this morning and forgot my lunch.
I'm sorry, girl, I don't have it. My boyfriend's taking me to lunch today. Oh, he's here. Gotta go.
Ah, shit.
Cynthia, you still here?
Yeah.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hey.
Girl, you wouldn't happen to have a couple of dollars I could borrow just till payday? I rushed out of the house this morning to catch the bus and I forgot my lunch. And I don't have any money. I'm so hungry.
I'm flat broken. Our church girl, we on a 21-day fast. We ain't eating.
Okay, thanks.
If I'd fall down, I could not stay there. I've no place among the dead. Oh no, no, no. Outside.
You the pizza man?
Yeah?
Hey, come on, move your ass. Bring the pizza, man.
Why?
Come on, hurry up, move your ass. Hurry up.
Why? What happened?
Come on, move your ass.
Is it a shootout? Is it a shootout?
Move your ass, come on.
If I'd fall down, I could not stay there. I've no place among the dead. Oh no, outside the life you've placed in me, I'm cold, I'm cold. I'll take your new over the old me. To be new, I'll keep my life.
Excuse me, miss. I am so hungry. Can you spare a little food or help me out with a little change?
You know what? This is all I have today. Really, this is all I have. You can have a bite. I said a bite. Yeah, thanks. You can have a bite. Thank you. You can sit down. Why don't you sit down? I'll read my Bible to you. Come on, have a seat. Do you go to church? Well, I tell you what. If you ever think about it, I want to invite you to come with me. God loves you just the way you are. He really does. Hey, did I smell food? Did our bosses order pizza or something?
We thank God for our visitors on today. We welcome you to clap your hands, stomp your feet as the Spirit leads you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. My name is Obi Akwe Badu. 25 years ago, I come here from Africa to go to school and to become a doctor. I had access to the best drugs. I decided to try the best on myself. I left my wife and my children. I was like a crackhead junkie. Homeless, hopeless, hungry. The day soon came when I considered suicide. I couldn't do it. Then later that day, I saw that lady I had seen in the park many times.
You can have a bite. I said a bite.
I just knew that she would just give it to me after she had seen the condition of my mouth. But she didn't. She finished it. And as I watched her eat the ice cream, suddenly I could hear my heartbeat. I wanted to live, and just a few days later, I found myself at a shelter where my wife had been volunteering and praying for the day that I would walk through the door.
Better shower, sir.
Shower.
Morning. Better shower. Better.
Come home. I love you.
My queen stood by my side through it all, even though I didn't know she was there.
For a just man fallen 7 times and rise up again. You are a just man. And you will rise up again.
Now that was 5 years ago. Today, I stand before you a whole man. I got my life back abundantly. God gave me my wife, my children, my home, and my inheritance. My father left me 40 acres of land in Africa. And all that land, it was filled with gold mines. So we come today because a few days ago, my wife, as we lay in bed, asked me, Obi, what was the pivotal moment that inspired you to turn your life around? It was the day that they lay in the park, shared a bite of her ice cream sandwich with me. I remember the name of the church on the card. And I believe that special lady is sitting right here. So we came today to say thank you. Thank you for being the woman of God that you are. Thank you.
We come to say thank you. Thank you for being the woman of God that you are. Today, we come to sow seed in good ground.
I was lost in sin, had no peace within. I was living in a world of corruption. I was headed to a dead end, headed for a path of destruction. I was feeling bad, desperate, lonely, and sad, and I didn't have anywhere to go.
When I got home that day, I opened the envelope, and in it was a check for $1 million and a note that said, "Go and bring forth fruit." Mr. Collins, over the years, I have learned that good fruit doesn't grow in bad soil. I only sow into good ground. go. And action.
Hi, my name is LaDonna Jackson, and I am the Vice President of Production for the Las Vegas Black Film Festival. And I'm sitting next to the founder, the chief visionary, and the creator of the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, Miss Michelle. Today, of all the many different projects that Miss Michelle has worked on, we're going to talk about Good Ground. Miss Michelle, in this film, you are not only the writer, the director, the producer, also the lead actress. You've done so many different things with this film. Tell us a little bit more about Good Ground.
Good Ground is a film that was inspired by a true story, a testimony of an actual event that happened in my life about 20, well, I'm not going to tell you how many years ago, but some years ago.
Right.
Based on a true story, a remarkable true story that had a certain impact on my life. 20 some odd years ago. I didn't have a car, I was working, catching the bus from Long Beach to Los Angeles to go to work. Forgot my lunch, and every day I would go and sit in a park and read my Bible and have my lunch. Because my whole foundation was I need to know the Lord, I need to know the Word, and so I was all about going and read the Bible in the park. So I did that on a daily basis. And in this particular park, there was lots of transient people who slept in the park. It never bothered me. And the events that happened that day were the foundation of what inspired this movie.
Tell me about the events that inspired Good Ground.
I forgot my lunch, and I didn't have any lunch money. And I had, asked my coworkers for, a little change, and none of them could help a sister out.
I'm sorry, girl, I don't have it. My boyfriend's taking me to lunch today. Oh, he's here. Gotta go.
And so I got the ice cream sandwich. I went to the park, and I said a bite. There's this gentleman who walked up to me, who was apparently a homeless man.
Okay.
He asked if I had money, or if I would share, what I had. And I told him all I had was ice cream sandwich, and I said he could have a bite. Now, why I said he could have a bite, I'm not real sure at the time, because all I was thinking was I just want to share. And at the time, I think I didn't realize the impact that something like that could have on a person's life. But soon I came to know what an impact that gesture had.
If
on
you ever
this
think
man's
about
life. It's covered.
I want to invite you to come with me.
So 5 years later, 5, 6, 7 years maybe, even later, I'm sitting in my church, we're praising the Lord like we always did. I was still going to the same church at the time. In walks a man, his wife, and 2 kids. And he came in with the sole purpose of testifying. I had no idea who he was, and nobody in the church had any idea who he was. But it happened to be the same gentleman that I shared a bite of my ice cream sandwich with in the park.
How did you know that was him?
It was testimony service. The man came in and pastor offered him the floor to testify. He said, I came today to testify. And he began to tell us his story about how he had come to America to practice medicine, to become a doctor. And he went on to say how he got hooked on drugs, and he had become homeless. He left his wife, his children. All of those things had happened to him, and he was living in the park, had become a transient. Well, we hear, homeless testimonies all the time, so I hadn't put, 2 and 2 together, who this man was. But by the time he finished sharing his testimony, the reason that he had come to the church on that day was because his wife asked him what was the pivotal moment that caused him to want to turn his life around, because she had waited for him for years, 7 years, 8 years, praying for him to come home. And she had been volunteering at a homeless shelter where the day came when he walked through the door. And after his life had been reconciled, he talked about how his wife had gone through you know, detoxing with him and just stood by his side, completely supported him. He said a few days ago, before he actually had come to the church that day, which was 5 years after the day I shared my ice cream sandwich with him, he said his wife asked him what was the pivotal moment that caused him to want to turn his life around. And he said it was the day that a lady in the park shared a bite of her ice cream sandwich. And he remembered that I had given him a card. His wife said, you know, did you read the card? Did you remember? He said, I do. I remembered the name of the church on the card, and that was why he remembered it. So, you know, sometimes the smallest gesture that we can do has the biggest impact on the lives of people that we don't even know that we're touching. The Bible says, you know, be careful that you may entertain angels unaware. Well, this man was definitely an angel in my life.
As he was telling his testimony, and he mentioned that part, and you realized you were the one that he was talking about, what kind of feeling did you have in that moment to know that this stood out so much to this other person, this simple gesture that you did?
LaDonna, I was numb. Sometimes people never say thank you. Right. So when the man came in the church, and in that moment of realizing who he was and why he was there, I was just numb, you know. I was numb. And I was happy that God saw fit to use me in such a capacity to impact someone's life. The stories that have the most impact on the lives of people are the ones that are true. Right. And the word impact is what pricked my heart. And because during the testimony, when the gentleman came to my church to testify, he said the moment that I shared the ice cream sandwich with him had such an impact on his life that he had to come back and find the lady who did it and to say thank you. Wow. So that was what inspired the movie Good Ground.
You wrote it, did the storyboard, put together your actors, you know, shot it, directed, everything. Yeah. Did the full project.
Yeah, it's my first
Now that it's on the
baby.
big screen, how do you feel?
You're right there, you know. Like Superwoman, right? Power to the people.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel good because, you know, I always dreamed of making movies, and I made one.
Yes.
It's a grand thing when you can check mark, make a list, you know, and I'm one of those people, you know, you've known me for a long time. Yes, I am. And when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Nothing stops me. Nothing. Nothing. I'm serious. You know, I think that all we have is our word. And I was like, look, my word to me is I'm going to make a movie. Seriously, LaDonna, I feel so excited about having done this. If I went home to be with the Lord tonight, I'm telling you, I have lived my dreams. I really have. I wanted to be a good mom, and I've done that. I wanted to write plays and travel all over the country. I've done that. And now the latest thing I wanted to do, I wanted to make a movie. Check. I've done that.
Check.
So I'm super excited. I'm happy. What you say?
With your cast that you chose, you chose a really, really good cast.
I did. I have to say, I really did choose a good cast, and on the flip side of that, they chose me. Every one of them did a fantastic job on and off the set. Yes. In front and behind the camera, because a lot of us, you know, were wearing more than one hat. Like I wore the hat of producer, director, lead actress, editor. I did a lot on this film, but some of the actors and actresses that were featured in the film, they also were craft services and lighting, and they did a whole bunch of things. So I love having the opportunity to work with such a multifaceted, multi-talented cast. Phenomenal cast.
It's like a whole family that came together.
Exactly, and they really helped to, when they read the script, they just brought it to life. And when it materialized on the screen, it was like a dream come true. So kudos and thumbs up to my phenomenal cast. I look forward to making all of you movie stars, bigger movie stars than you already are.
Speaking about your cast, if there's one word, I know this may be hard, if you can scale it down to one word to describe your cast, your appreciation towards them.
I would say phenomenal.
I am
thankful for an opportunity to exalt the Lord with my gift. Thankful. And I'm really thankful that Miss Michelle called me and asked me to be a part of this production.
One of the most gratifying experiences I've ever had as a cinematographer. This was a very special day. It was just, I'm still trying to calculate the whole thing. So.
My name is Bishop Robert Arnold, pastor and founder of True Word Church, where Good Ground Church Scene was filmed at. And it was an awesome experience for me, being in the film. Also, me being from a humbling family, coming from the projects of Arkansas. Also, having 5 brothers and sisters, and my mom raised us as a single mother. So it was a very humbling experience to work with on the set of Good Ground.
I am Ashley Fox, and I played Susie in Good Ground. I enjoy spending time with my family. I have 1 daughter, been married for 6 years.
My name is Barry Brown, and I play Mr. Collins in Good Grounds. A little bit about me. I was born in New Orleans. I lived in Las Vegas for 25 years. I'm currently a police officer in Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And I decided to take up acting because it's been a passion of mine and something I always wanted to do. So every time I get on set, it's just that the feeling that I get is just so amazing. You know, I get to be somebody else.
This set here is one of the most phenomenal, amazing, blessed. Oh my God, the spirit, I'm getting goosebumps now. I can't even tell y'all about how God is just bringing this set together and just making just things happen.
I'm Miss China, writer, director, and performer. I received a phone call from Miss Michelle saying, "Sis, I need you to be in my movie." And I said, "Of course, what time I gotta be there and where I gotta be."
Hello, my name is Alexander Mervin. I am an actor and I am a father. I also work in the medical field.
I've known Miss Michelle for quite a while, but I never really worked with her. And from what I've learned today about working with her, one thing that you have to know with working with Miss Michelle, she does not play. So she is a very hard worker. She is very experienced, and I am very happy to be working with someone like her.
Working with Miss Michelle was very, very great. She's enthusiastic, she loves her job, and she loves God, and then she made us feel very comfortable with the positions that we had to play today. So
I've been working with Miss Michelle now for about 7 years, and I've been stage management behind the scene. I don't like to be in front of the camera, so this is good for her and for everybody else, because I like to be behind the scenes. I've always worked behind the scene. And just to sit back and just watch her action, she's been a blessing in my life for the 7 years I've known her. And I met her at a women's conference, and she was dancing, and I was just sitting in the congregation, and I went back for lunch, and it was just something she said was in her spirit. When I walked by, I jumped in her spirit, and we just connected because we had someone that we knew that in common that connected us. And from that day on, I started off not knowing anything about theater, about any of this, and it's just been a blessing.
My name is Harry Holmes, known in Miss Michelle's world as Slash, Mr. Do-It-All, Mr. Have-It-All. Whatever we need, he got it. It's been a pleasure over the past 6 to 7 years working with Miss Michelle, traveling, being on tour, trying not to cry because it's very strong when you meet people who see what you're worth and they invest into your good grounds.
We've been working together now for about 5 years, but the funny thing is I kind of met her on a flyer card. Never saw her, never talked to her. I was at a whole different artist's concert, and someone gave me a flyer for an event that Miss Michelle would be praise dancing in. And when I touched the card, maybe you all don't know what this means when I say this, I felt the anointing of God. And I said, I'm going to work with this woman. And it wasn't even right away. It wasn't until 2 years after I had the flyer card in my hand and I felt the Spirit of the Lord and I knew I would work with her. And ever since the first day we met at a dinner table with my pastor, we've been working together, we've traveled together, and I just think it a pleasure and awesome opportunity to be able to know a woman that's doing something good in the community, and even with her talents, all of the gifts that God has given her coming forth in this way. I believe there's many other things she's about to do, but I'm really excited and thankful for what she's doing now.
Also, being a part of something that is kind of heart-wrenching itself, also being able to work with Sister Michelle. I've seen some of her work, and I thank God for the gift that He has given her to give to us.
Working on the set of Good Ground was fun. Everybody had a good time. Got down to business, got taken care of what we needed to get taken care of, but we also enjoyed ourselves while we were at it.
So about the movie, just good times, just having a good time on there. I kind of, when I got the script, when Miss Michelle asked me about the movie, or asked me to partake in the movie, I read the script and everything like that, and I just knew from that day how amazing this film was going to be. And then as soon as I got on set, all the expectations, everything that I envisioned was absolutely right.
I feel so blessed to be on the set working with her and to give this message to the world that is greatly needed. I just feel honored and just blessed. The scene today in church, it wasn't even like we was on a set. I mean, it's like we was just in a divine praise worship mode, and that's what we did. We gave some divine praise and worship, and we want to get this message across. I'm just once again glad to be able to work with Michelle, and I just want to just help her deliver this message and just hope that the world will receive us and just get on some good ground, you guys. Just get on some good ground, okay? And if you don't know how, watch this movie and we're gonna lead you there.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, I escaped $5 in a panhandler.
So you're feeling the spirit today?
Yeah, so. That doesn't happen very often, so.
Anything else you want to say?
He can thank Michelle for that. And everybody else. So.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay.
I just want to thank Michelle for the opportunity. She's been trying to get me to come out here and get involved with her for some years now, and I've been dodging it. So, but I finally decided to step out today, and I would say I have a great experience, and I can see that all the seeds that are being spread, that this is going to continue to spread, are going to fall on good soil and good ground. I think that it's a great title for the movie. It's Good Ground. Just the name itself, it prophesies good things into everyone's lives who decides to watch it and gets a chance to experience the vision that she had. So I'm just again thankful, and it was a pleasure.
One of the funny things that happened, I thought it was funny, the thing that happened on set while we were doing Good Ground. Now, keep in mind that we were doing this in the middle of the hot summer. I mean, it was like 18 degrees. Every day in the park, we had to be in a wide open park. But the funniest thing to me is that we had a scene with the ice cream sandwich. The scene with the ice cream sandwich, because we could never keep the ice cream sandwich whole. It was dripping. It was melting. So we're trying to get through this scene. Here's the kicker. We had like at least 8 or 9 ice cream sandwiches, which none of them stayed solid enough, long enough for us to do the scene. But it worked. And so that was some of the funny stuff on the set.
One word to describe, Good Ground, I would just say humbling. Because in order to have a situation like the young man was in and to be able to come back and tell somebody thank you is a very humbling situation, which a lot of us, especially in the field that I'm in, a lot of us take for granted, because the Bible said that He resists the proud, but He gives grace to the humble. So I just thank God for allowing me to be part of this film called Good Ground. And I think all of us should strive to be on good ground.
And if I could describe Good Ground in one word, I would say touching, because it's really in depth about more than just homeless people. It tells you a little bit more to their story, that you can't just judge somebody and say that it was their fault or, oh, they are just like that. It's actually there's more to their story, and a lot of people don't think about that. they just look at people at where they are now, and how they got there just doesn't matter to them. But there's usually a lot more, and there's a lot more people that care about them, and they just don't realize it. Working with Miss Michelle is always wonderful. She's great to be around. She's fun, but she can be serious when needs be, and she's a really great friend to have.
Definitely had a good time. You know, it was real. If I were to sum it up into one word, I would say it's very emotional. Just partaking that character, Tony Collins. You know, being somebody who I normally am not. A jerk is what everybody called me. So just being that character, I really had to go through a lot of different emotions, and I think, like I said, when I got on set, it was she definitely helped me get into that character and helped me build up to be Mr. Tony Collins.
I play Obi's wife, which was a very dramatic scene for me to be there with my husband once when I found him, and then he was going through rehab, and just seeing his whole transformation as a man. It was a very dramatic role for me to play.
As an actor, to be allowed to be in your space and stretch, and with a director kind of saying, just do you. Go explore you. Explore your character, meaning explore you. And to be able to do that and to have the liberties to do that, it's like gold to an actor.
Working with Miss Michelle, it was a blessing because I've worked with, I worked on big productions. I've worked on small productions. Big productions being like the Red Man, which is a low budget film, and then also I worked on student films and everything like that. And honestly, I can say that when I got on set, it was just amazing. The fact that Miss Michelle, had all that energy. She brought that energy to the set, and she was able to transfer it from her to me. And so when I got on set, I was just like, I was energized. I was ready to go, pumping, and it was the best time I had. Definitely the best time.
Miss Michelle, what was it like to work with Miss Michelle on the set? First of all, she's crazy as hell, but I love her. She's very, very, very professional. She knows what she wants, when she wants it, and how you want to do it. And she's not afraid to tell you, okay, we can do it that way when it's your movie, but this is my movie and I want it this way. And so I love that so much about her.
This film, for me, has been nothing but a transformation, if I had to give it one word.
If I can describe Good Ground in one word, I would say Good Ground is the truth. Teaches you how to be truthful to yourself, truthful to people, and just be a truthful human being in life.
I'm just so grateful and honored that God would allow me the opportunity to dream, to write, produce, and then to see my dreams materialize. That is the most phenomenal thing, a gesture that God could ever show a person, to put it in your mind, give you the talent and the gift to put it on paper, and then multiply that talent and extend it to the place to where you're able to execute it and bring it to life. That's amazing. I'm telling you, I'm favored and I'm blessed, and I know it. Amen. And Pastor offering.
Hello.
Let's take up the offering now. It's your ears. Amen. The responses that I was reaching for and telling this story, we nailed it. And so, and I didn't do that myself. It took a phenomenal cast who could feel the story. It took a cameraman who know how to, how to capture the moments, the right angles, and shoot it right. So kudos to Joe Taylor, my cinematography teacher, who helped me get through the whole process. To all of my cast and crew, Brian Palmer, who is an amazing person on and off the screen. To the phenomenal cast, Barry and Ashley and Derek and I'm Unique and the whole cast. It was a phenomenal work. It was just a phenomenal work. Everybody did such an amazing job on and off the screen. Harry Holmes, my set guy, Well, let me tell you, you can't do no work without him. I'm just saying, you can't do work without him.
You're right. I've worked with Harry on many different things, and he is godsend.
I call him Slash. That's what I call him, Slash.
Why?
Because, Harry, I need my hair done. All right. Harry, I also need you to do the set. Harry, I also need you to do the craft services and cook the food and feed everybody. Harry, I also need you to do the hair of everybody else on the set and the makeup too, Harry.
Without complaint.
Without complaint, and he does everything well.
Yes.
Very well. Slash, because he's makeup slash set man slash craft services slash. You know, he's slash. That's why I call him that. It's funny.
If you, because you spoke about your cast, this phenomenal cast that you have, if you could sum it up to just one word, I know that may be hard, one word that describes your gratitude for them.
I think that they are all very phenomenal, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in my gift, and thank you for sharing your gift with me. Yay. And I didn't forget about Kayla either. That's my baby, the one that played the waitress.
Okay.
She's the bomb.
She is?
She has her future is so bright. She is so destined to become one of the greatest actresses. I'm super excited for her. She's in acting school right now in Los Angeles. Get your praise on, girl. Do your thing.
Girl,
That's right.
girl. Well, I am so proud to describe my feelings on all of your accomplishments. I don't know if proud is actually a strong enough word, but I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
Your accomplishments, everything that you have done. I am honored to be able to work with you on this Las Vegas Black Film Festival and actually to see that film, this baby that you have, go to the big screen and beyond.
A Cabbage Patch on you. Wait.
Oh, hold on, we're good together. Wait,
which way you gonna go? This way. You know,
good girl. Thank you.
Look.
Thank you, love. Love you so much.
I like to give thanks to TC's Rib Crib.
Yes.
To Bishop Robert Arnold over at the True Word Interdenominational Church. To Dr. Rory Sipp over at Acelero Learning Center. And for those particular locations and helping us to achieve what we need to achieve. TC's Rib Crib, you the bomb. Best ribs in town. Y'all go over there and see them.
Absolutely.
I want to say this. Miss Sharon and Irvin are the bomb. You guys are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They showed me so much love at the crib. I asked to use the location to shoot my film, thinking there was going to be a dollar price attached to it. Miss Sharon said they actually closed the business down for two days for several hours. And I said to her, I need to use your car too. She drives a really nice black Mercedes-Benz that you've seen in the movie. And because I needed a luxury car. I don't have one, so I need hers, right? Not yet. Real soon, right? Orange Bentley, say it with me. Orange Bentley.
Yes, you declare.
Miss Sharon gave me the keys to her Mercedes-Benz, opened up the restaurant to me for 2 days, me and the entire cast. And when we wrapped after those 2 days, Miss Sharon had sneaked her crew in the back way, and they prepared a feast in the kitchen. Wow. And when we were getting ready to leave, Miss Sharon said, "Oh, y'all been working hard. I know y'all hungry." I had like 35 people there with me, okay? So she shut the business down during those hours that I needed it for 2 days. Wow. Gave me the keys to her Mercedes-Benz, and then cooked a feast.
Wow.
And fed us all. So I just want to say thank you. You know.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I'm good. I think I'm cute, so I'm going to mess up my mango right now, so we're going to holler at you. Yay.